Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Cornbread Trucker here, coming to you from the Loves in Rolla, Missouri. Got my load picked up today, and I am en route. Probably just going to go ahead and do a 10-hour break here. Not in a big hurry to get up there. Wanted to talk to you a little bit. When I was in the terminal this weekend on Monday, I decided I'd go in and sit on a log class, kind of a refresher, and just to see, what they had put out about the personal conveyance. And I found, heard something that kind of went into maybe a little bit more detail than what's being put out in the on the driver's meeting. And this is just one source, one individual, one log advisor that was teaching the class. Just heard what she had to say about it. And I decided, I talked with somebody today. I wasn't sure if I was going to make a video on it or not, but I thought maybe it kind of helps some people understand maybe why Prime's doing this, and maybe you agree with it, maybe you don't. And again, this is just one person at Prime. I'm not going to say it's anything official, because Prime has not necessarily gone into it in this detail in a driver meeting. But from what I understand, they had to kind of look at this in a few different things. So Prime's been hit pretty hard for a while now on personal conveyance, people not using it properly. And it's not necessarily people, like they said in the meetings, it's not necessarily people that abuse it. It's really those people that every once in a while that use it think that they're using it properly and find out that they're not. And so this has had an impact on their CSA score, and it has impacted Prime apparently bad enough that according to this individual, that DOT has basically given them some recommendations. And her point of view on this was that when DOT gives you recommendations, it's not a recommendation, it's you're going to do this. And she had stated that that one is they felt like they wasn't training properly, given proper instruction how to properly use PC. So I will admit that in this log class, they did spend more time to answer questions, to go over it, maybe in a little bit more detail. Could they possibly improve on that? I believe they can, and I believe that they are working on that process. I also, she had also stated that they were told they better get a handle on it. So, in Prime's mind, just on just this aspect of it, people that had been abusing it, for instance, apparently there's some people that will, and I don't remember if she was saying specifically somebody at Prime or drivers at Prime that are going in the PC and basically trying to run all the way across the country in PC. Now Prime only allows us an hour of PC. However, the law will allow you more as long as it's within the vicinity, like you have a really good reason to use it, and it has to be personal. And Prime won't necessarily, you're not in trouble because you go over an hour, but people or drivers have definitely, they're going past track stops and across state lines and running, long periods of time on it. And those people, they have a conversation with them. They may get their PC shut off. And I think the consensus was that most of those people, after going through that, begin to understand it. Now, a person who may run across the country with it, that may be a whole nother ball of wax. But they still was, even with that, you still get hit with all the smaller cases where it's just an individual. And it's not that individual won't learn off of that first issue. It's just the fact that they got hit, and somebody else got hit, and someone else got hit. And that has had an impact on their CSA score. Now, there is a liability issue with that also, and she had brought up the case with Warner. Now, I don't remember the details completely on that, but they had a driver that was involved in an accident, and the accident was not any fault of the driver. However, if I understood this correctly, the driver was in violation on PC. Had been running some quite distance on PC, and the prosecuting attorney got wind of that. And once that happened, Warner just settled on it, and I believe it was like $150 million. And that's a pretty big hit for one person violating PC. And there was just, at that point, there was no way to defend that, and Warner paid a big price for that. So with that in mind, there's a lot of risk that Prime takes, just for us having PC, because let's admit, we're a big company, and there's always going to probably be those people that violate it. And right now, I think that with the CSA score apparently being what it is, trying to keep DOT off our backs from audits. I think they may already be in an audit issue. I'm not 100% on that, but they don't want to have any further audits, opening it up to a bigger part of the company, going back further. When DOT comes in, they're not going to just look at a week on a case like this. It could get opened up, to go back further, and then you get those small little issues here and there, and then it just balloons. So, and then fines that get assessed to drivers. So I think Prime is, I don't know if this will change later down the road, but right now they're just trying to get it clamped down and solve the issue, and they're trying to figure out how. I think they know how they're going to do it, and this is it. They're going to have you called in to use it, but the thing that they need right now is find out what kind of staffing
4 hours and 53 minutes of remaining drive
they need,
time.
and so they're going to do these tests, and honestly, they're not. I don't think it matters whether we say, look, it's taken us 20 minutes to get them on the phone, or taking us 2 minutes, and then it's taken them 15 minutes. By the time they turn it on and it actually goes through, 15 minutes has gone by before I could even use PC. I don't think any of that matters. It's either we're going to do this, or we're just not going to have PC at all. And I don't think, from the sense that I get about Rob Lowe and things is, he's not out to penalize us. He's just out to operate and run his business. So this is kind of what I took from that logs class as far as the PC goes. I will say that if it's been a while since you've been in a logs class, it never hurts to go back in if you're there on the terminal on Monday at 1:30. It never hurts to go sit in and just get a little refresher. But really, that's kind of about it. you know, there was some things that I did get out of that class. So, and I'll probably do it again some other time when I'm just sitting there and have nothing to do. It was a really cold day, so there wasn't nothing to do outside of the truck, so might as well either go sit in the terminal, sit in the truck, or go over there. So I went and did that. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. Always keep paying it forward. You guys have a good one.